Hi everyone, I'm Akshya. Welcome back to my channel, etc. Hope all of you are safe and happy at home and doing well. I'm back with another episode. Here we are going to discuss about English grammar and auxiliary verbs. We all know that English language is gaining importance in this new millennium. We can see the prominence of this language in each and every corner of the world. So, attaining proficiency in the language will help us to be more competent in our professional, social, as well as in our personal life too. One may get scared by hearing the word grammar, but it is not a big deal to be acquainted with it when we understood the real meaning of grammar as well as its usages. What is grammar? Grammar is a set of structural rules governing the composition of clauses, phrases, and words in a natural language. Simply, grammar is the system and structure of a language. Here, we are going to discuss a small portion from English grammar, that is, auxiliary verbs. Before moving on to that, at first, we have to know what a verb is. What is a verb? Verb. It is a word that is used to describe an action or state of being and forms the main part of the predicate of a sentence. Action showing words in a sentence are called verbs. It describes the action that is done or performed by the object or subject of the sentence. Here we can look at an example. The dog ran across the yard. Here, ran. Ran is the verb. It shows the action performed by the subject in the sentence. Here, which is the subject? Dog is the subject. She left in a hurry. Here, left is the verb. Okay. Then, what might be an auxiliary verb is? Auxiliary verb is a verb that adds functional or grammatical meaning to a clause or a sentence. It usually accompany a main verb. They are also called helping verbs, helper verbs, or verbal auxiliaries. From the word itself, we know that auxiliary verbs are helping verbs that is used to help the main verb, that is used to support the main verb. So, in order to support the main verb, it will always accompany a main verb. As its job or as it performs the duty of helping, it is also called helping verbs or helper verbs or verbal auxiliaries. Okay, understood. Next, we all know that an auxiliary verb is divided into two sections, that is primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Okay, what is primary auxiliaries? That is, primary verbs in English grammar are the verbs be, have, and do, all three of which can function as either main verbs or auxiliary verbs. That is, the main three primary verbs in English grammar are be, have, and do. All others take shape from these three main primary verbs. All other primary auxiliaries take shape from these three: be, have, and do. And what is its peculiarity? That is, it can function as either main verbs or auxiliary verbs. It is used as either as a main verb or a supporting or helping verb. Is, are, am, was, were. These five are the forms of be. Has, have, had. It is the form of have. Do, does, did. That is do. Here the main primary auxiliary verbs are is, are, am, was, were, has, have, had, do, does, did. It will be very easy to remember when we study in this order, that is, are, am, was, were, has, have, had, do, does, did. In this itself, we can see the primary auxiliaries that can be used with singular nouns, plural nouns in past tense and in present tense. Here is used with singular noun, where are is used with plural nouns. Am, here am usually accompanies I am. Okay, and these three is, are, am, it will always be used in present tense. Here Was. Was is the past tense of is and were is the past tense of are, and was were is used in past tense. That is, was is used with singular nouns and were is used with plural nouns. Here, the forms of have, that is, has is used with singular noun, have is used with plural nouns, and has and have is used in present tense, were had is used with both singular and plural nouns in past tense, and do is used with singular noun, does is used with plural noun, and do and does, it is usually used in present tense, and did is the past tense of do and does for both singular and plural nouns. Okay, understood. So what is primary auxiliaries? Primary auxiliaries, there are main three primary verbs in English grammar, that is be, have and do. All other primary auxiliaries take shape from these three main forms. And what is the purpose of primary auxiliaries? It will act either as a main verb or as a supporting or auxiliary verb. Here is, are, am, was, were. These five are the forms of be, has, have, had, are the forms of have, and do, does, did are the forms of do. Next, here we can look at an example that we have already told that primary auxiliaries can be used as main verb, either as a main verb or as an auxiliary verb. Here, first one, that is are. We know that are is usually used with what? In present tense, and also it will accompany what? Plural nouns, isn't it? And also we know that are is a primary auxiliary. Here, first one, we are students. Here are comes as a full verb. Here we is a subject and students is the object, and are is the verb. Here are is a full verb or a main verb. Okay, we, what is it? We denotes plural noun. So are plural verb is used. Here auxiliary verb, that is we are going. Here going is the main verb and are is used to support the main verb. Okay, second one, they have a class at 10 a.m. Here have is the full verb. Have is used as the full verb or main verb in the sentence. They have a class at 10 a.m. Next one, where have is used as an auxiliary, that is we have had our bath. Here have is used as a auxiliary verb to support the main verb had. Here had is the main verb. So have is used to support the main verb had. Next one, Roger did it. Here did is used as the main verb. Here do not do it. Here do is the second do is the main verb, and do not, that is the negative form of the auxiliary verb. Do not, don't. It is used as a auxiliary verb in order to support the main verb do. Understood how these primary auxiliaries can be used as a main verb and as an auxiliary verb. Hope all of you have understood. And what about next? We have already told that an auxiliary verb is divided into two, that is primary auxiliaries, and what is next? That is modal auxiliaries. What is a modal auxiliary? The rest of the auxiliary verbs come under the heading modal auxiliaries. It is a type of verb that is used to indicate modality, ability, permission, request, capacity, obligation, etc. It always accompanies the base form, another verb having semantic content. It shows the attitude or mood of the speaker. Mainly, modal auxiliaries are used to show the attitude or mood of the speaker. And this type of verb is usually used to indicate or express our ability to seek permission or to request something from someone, or to show our capacity. For all those things, we will use modal auxiliaries. Which are the modal auxiliaries? Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, need, and also dare and used. These are the main modal auxiliaries in English grammar. Which are they? Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, need, etc. and dare used. Okay, it will be very easy to remember when you study in this order. What about the primary auxiliaries? Is, are, am, was, were, has, have, had, do, does, did. Modal auxiliaries will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, need, dare, used. Okay, here we can see some of the uses of modal auxiliaries. First one is shall. Where will we use shall? Used to express suggestions, requests and offers. Shall is mainly used to express some suggestions or to request something or to give some offers. We will usually use shall. Shall we go for a ride? Okay. Next one is express command, promise or threat with pronouns of second or third person. So second person or third person pronouns with the second or third person pronouns to give commands or to give promise or to threaten. We will use shall. That is, you shall go and get it. What does it mean? It is a command. You, here you is the second or third person. So shall is used to express suggestions, requests and offers, to express command, promise or threat with pronouns of second or third person. It is very important. Next one is will. From the word itself we can say that will means express willingness or intention. That is, I will permit her to join the course. It expresses, it shows the willingness that I will permit her to join the course. I am willing to permit her to join the course. Next one, express requests or invitations. That is, will you please help my son? Here it is a request. So we are requesting something. What will we do? In some cases we will use will. Next one is express refusal. The negative form is used. That is, they won't help us. That is, if someone is giving you an offer or an invitation, what will we do? Or when we are refusing something, we will usually express a negative form of will. That is, they won't help us. Okay. Next one is should. Here, should is used as the past tense of shall in reported speech. Here, reported speech is another part of English grammar. We can look at it in another episode. Okay. Here, should is expressed or should is used as a past tense of shall in reported speech. I said that I should finish the work next day. Here, should. It is used as used instead of shall. Express duty, obligation and similar ideas, we will usually use should. That is, you should immediately write to your mother. It is your duty. Next one is would. Next one is would. Where will we use would? Used to talk about past habits. That is, when we are talking or when we are saying about our past habits that we do not follow today or nowadays or at present, we may not be following those habits, but at once we used to follow those things. We will use would. He would go for a walk every morning. That is, in past days he usually goes for a walk. Now he won't. Use the past tense of will in the reported speech. Would is used as the past tense of will in reported speech. She said that it would happen that day. Used for making polite request. Would you please lend me your car? Would is used to make some polite requests. Next one is can. Can is used to express our ability, permission, possibility, etc. That is, I can speak Tamil very well. That is my ability. That is, I am able to speak Tamil very well. Here, it indicates the ability of the speaker. So, can is used. Next one is used to make offers and request. It is, can I carry your books? It is an offer. Can I? Can I carry your books? So here can is used. Next one is could. Here could is used as a past tense of can. That is, she said that she could go alone. Next, indicate past ability. That is, it shows the past ability of someone. He could drive very fast when he was young. At once, that is, when he was very young, he could drive very fast. Now he becomes old. He couldn't do or he couldn't perform driving that much fast, or he couldn't drive that much fast now. To hint at possibilities or uncertainties, that is, he could pass the examination if he had worked hard. It is a possibility, that is, if he had worked hard, if he had studied, he could have passed the examinations. It is a possibility. A substitute for may or might. Could is used to substitute may or might, that is, she could be at the theatre now. That is, she may be, she might be. It is a possibility. Maybe. Okay. Next one is may. May express permission, possibility, wish, purpose, polite request. That is, you may come in. It is a permission, that you are giving permission to someone to come in. Next one is might. Not the past tense of may, used to talk about a small chance than may. Here might is not used as a past tense of may. Then what about might? Might, it describes or it is used to talk about the small chances than may. That is, my uncle might come with me. Next one is must. It expresses positive obligation or duty. That is, we must obey our parents. It is our duty to obey our parents. Strong determination. I must finish this work tonight. It is, I must finish this work tonight. It is a strong determination. Can have a past meaning in reported speech. That is, she told me that I must be at home by midnight. Have no past tense form. We can talk about past obligation with had to. Here for must there is no past tense form. When we have to talk about the past obligations, we will use had to. Next one is ought to. That is, what is ought to? Expressing duty, obligation, etc. Always followed by the to infinitive. Ought to. It will always follow to infinitive. Okay. And we told that there are some semi-modals, semi-modal auxiliaries. In the last I had written there, that is dare or need, used in the negative and interrogative sentences as auxiliaries. What is interrogative sentences? Interrogative sentences means, we know that in English grammar sentences are divided into 4, and one form is interrogative sentence, that is question sentences. Dare he tell her about himself? Next one is used to contrast the past with present. When we have to compare the past with the present, we will use used to. He used to threaten me, but now he doesn't. In past days, he used to. He always threatens me, but now at present he will not. He doesn't. Express some past habits or repetition in the past. That is, when she was a girl, she used to dance every day. It is a past habit of her. And those habits, she used to dance. She used to repeat those habits. Okay. Next one, we can look at some other uses of auxiliary verbs, both primary and modal auxiliaries. First two uses, used to form questions. In order to form a question from a sentence, we will use, or in order to convert a sentence into a question, we will use what? Auxiliary verbs. That is, it is nice. Is it nice? Here is, that is a primary auxiliary is used. To form negatives by taking not after them. Now to form some negative sentence or negative expressions, we will use what auxiliary verbs, and it will always follow not, that is do, does not. In negative questions, shortened form of the auxiliary is placed before the subject, that is doesn't he work. Doesn't he work is a negative question, so the shortened form of the auxiliary verb, that is doesn't, does not. Doesn't is the short form of the auxiliary does not. Used to form inverted pattern of sentences. I no longer believe you. Here inverted pattern, that's no longer do I believe you. Here this sentence is inverted. So when we invert the sentence, do auxiliary is used. Auxiliary do is used to emphasize something. When we have to give importance or emphasis something, we will use I do hate him, do. This I hate him. Here do. Used to avoid repetitions of the original verb in short answers, agreements, disagreements, etc. That is when a question is asked and we have to reply it in a short sentence or yes or no, what will we do? Instead of repeating the whole sentence, what will we do? We will use an auxiliary verb, that's do you like oranges? Yes, I do. What does I do means? Yes, I like oranges. Instead of that, we will use I do. Used in question tags. She sings, doesn't she? Used to make additions to statements without repeating the main verb, that is she won't go, nor will I. These are some of the other uses of both the primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. So this is all about auxiliary verbs in short. We have to look at each and every auxiliaries in detail. We can look at in the next classes, or we can discuss in the next classes. Hope all of you have understood. Keep supporting. Thank you.